Fred Pleitgen, who is in Darmstadt in Germany at Mission Control, where they have been ecstatic for the last 25 minutes or so. Fred, we do not have pictures yet from the surface of the comet, but they have been sending back pictures since the Philae probe released from Rosetta about 7 hours ago. I don't know if we have any images there, but we did get sort of a vanity image that was released by the European Space Agency. Let's put this up. This was a tweet that came out from them. You can see touchdown on 67P.
New address.
I don't believe that's a real picture. Maybe it is, Fred, but you can tell they're very, very excited.
Yeah, they're absolutely excited, especially in light of the fact that so much went wrong during this mission. I think that Miles said before that these space scientists are riverboat gamblers, I think he said, and he's absolutely right. So one of the scientists said to me that if he would just ask engineers to do this mission, it would never have happened, because they would have done their calculations and they would have found out it can't be done. And there are so many things that went wrong, guys. First of all, they didn't even want to go to this comet. They wanted to go to a different comet, but they missed their window to launch in time because the rocket that they were going to use blew up on launch and they had to postpone the launch. Then, halfway into the mission, as the Rosetta satellite was already en route, it ran out of power. It was in danger of running out of power, so they had to shut it down for more than 2 years. And then, of course, they had to start it up when they believed it might be close to the comet that it needed to reach. After that, this morning, they thought they had a real problem because they weren't sure whether or not the single booster that the Philae lander has, whether or not that was actually working. So there are so many things that didn't go according to plan in the 10 years that this thing was en route to this comet that right now, obviously, they're absolutely ecstatic. And John, you were just talking about those images that they sent down. When they showed us that image of the lander going towards the comet, it was taken from the Rosetta probe, and it already had its landing gear and all its antennas deployed. That's when the mood here really came up. That's when people really began to lighten up, because they saw that the Philae lander was working, and now we can see that it's actually done its job perfectly. The amount of calculation that went into this, I mean, think about it. They're 500 million kilometers, 350 million miles away, and they've managed to touch down with this thing, and don't want to ruin my model here, and they managed to touch down on a comet that's moving at, what, 41,000 miles an hour. Just an amazing feat, and I know a lot of people here can't wait for the science to begin, to see the amount of information they'll be able to extract from this comet.